Is me, your favorite YouTube heavyweight champion of the world. I want to come to you guys live on my Monday Night Raw review, so let's get right into it. To start off the show, you had Roman Reigns. He came out to start off the show tonight for Monday Night Raw. And Roman Reigns said he will be challenging whoever wins the Universal Championship between Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe at SummerSlam. And Roman Reigns said it doesn't matter who wins between Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. He will be challenging the winner of that match at SummerSlam for the Universal Championship. So Roman said he will be either challenging Samoa Joe or Brock Lesnar, either one who wins the Universal Championship at SummerSlam for the Universal Championship. And then Samoa Joe comes out, and Samoa Joe said, "You must forget my name. I'm Samoa Joe. I'm the new number one contender for the Universal Championship." And Samoa Joe told Roman, "You're going to put some respect on my name. When you say my name, you're going to say my name with respect." And then you had a brawl between Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns to start off Monday Night Raw tonight. I like this brawl between Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns to start off Monday Night Raw tonight. I thought it was pretty fun. I liked it. Samoa Joe is always being the heel that he plays up to be. I like Samoa Joe as a heel. Samoa Joe is a complete badass, a destroyer. Samoa Joe is a good heel. I like Samoa Joe. He is an awesome heel. That dude knows how to play a heel. And you had a brawl between Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns to start off Monday Night Raw tonight. I liked this. It was cool. It was fun to watch. I liked it. And you have Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe get into a brawl to start off Raw. And then the first match to start off Raw was the Hardy Boys versus Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows in a tag team match to start off Raw tonight. This was a good tag team match between the Hardy Boys and Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. This was a pretty decent tag team match. I liked it. I was into it. It was fun to watch. It was enjoyable. I thought it was a fun match. I liked it. It was fun to watch. These guys put on a decent tag team match tonight on Monday Night Raw. In this tag team match between the Hardy Boys and Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. And the Hardy Boys ended up picking up the win over Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson tonight on Monday Night Raw in a tag team match. And then you had a backstage segment with Goldust. Then you had a backstage segment with R-Truth. And then you had a cruiserweight match. I'm sorry guys, you had a cruiserweight match between TJP and Akira Tozawa. And Akira Tozawa ends up picking up the win over TJP tonight in a cruiserweight match tonight on Monday Night Raw. Akira Tozawa was accompanied by Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil came down to the ring with Akira Tozawa, and he helped Akira Tozawa pick up the win over TJP in a cruiserweight match tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then Titus O'Neil told the crowd that Akira Tozawa would be the next cruiserweight champion. Then you had a confrontation between Neville and Titus O'Neil on the mic after Akira Tozawa beat TJP in a cruiserweight match tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then you had a backstage segment between Kurt Angle, Big Cass, Enzo, and Corey Graves. They had a backstage segment tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then you had a then you had another tag team match tonight on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, Sheamus and Cesaro, they were taking on the team of Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil tonight on Monday Night Raw. And you had the team of Sheamus and Cesaro pick up the win over Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil in a tag team match tonight on Monday Night Raw. They picked up a win over Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil tonight in a tag team match tonight on Monday Night Raw. This was a pretty decent tag team match between Cesaro and Sheamus versus Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews. And Sheamus and Cesaro picked up the win over Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil tonight on Raw in a tag team match. And then you had a backstage interview with Samoa Joe. This was another great segment by Samoa Joe in a backstage interview. Samoa Joe had a backstage interview tonight on Monday Night Raw. Samoa Joe did an awesome job on his backstage interview tonight on Raw. Samoa Joe always cuts a good backstage interview. I like when Samoa Joe gets interviewed backstage because he knows how to talk. He knows what he's talking about in his interviews. So Samoa Joe had a pretty awesome backstage interview tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then you had them setting up the stage between Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe for their match at Great Balls of Fire for the Universal Championship. I like this. I thought it was awesome. It was epic. They were setting up the stage for the match for Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe for their match at Great Balls of Fire for the Universal Championship. I thought this was awesome. I liked it. I thought WWE did a great job setting the stage for the showdown between Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe at Great Balls of Fire for the Universal Championship. And then you had a segment with Maurice and Dean Ambrose and The Miz, and this was a cringy segment which I did not care for, by the way. You have The Miz TV with Maurice and The Miz and Dean Ambrose, which I did not care for. It was total cringe with this segment. This segment was absolute cringe. I did not care for it. And then you have Finn Balor versus Bo Dallas, and Finn Balor ends up going over on Bo Dallas with a coup de grace tonight on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, Finn Balor pick up the win over Bo Dallas tonight on Monday Night Raw. 1, 2, 3. Finn Balor ends up picking up the win over Bo Dallas tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then you had a backstage segment with The Miz, Curtis Axel, and Bo Dallas. And then you had the main event, which was the main event, which was Kurt Angle. He was trying to figure out who was attacking Enzo and Big Cass, and we found out in the main event tonight on Monday Night Raw, Big Cass is the one that was attacking Enzo Amore. I was completely shocked by this. I was not expecting that. But it turns out that Big Cass did attack Enzo Amore, and he was the attacker of Enzo Amore tonight on Monday Night Raw. After Kurt Angle lowered it down to two people, it was either going to be the Revival or the Big Show. The Big Show left the ring. The Revival said it wasn't them. And then Big Cass said, you know what, it was me that attacked you, Enzo, because you were weak. You were dead weight. You were the one holding me back. So we found out tonight on Monday Night Raw that Big Cass was the one that indeed attacked Enzo Amore last week on Monday Night Raw. So I'm gonna go 3 out of 10 for Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe had an epic brawl with Roman Reigns to start off the show. And then him and Roman Reigns had a great match tonight. Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns had a match tonight on Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns gets distracted by Braun Strowman pushing the ambulance doors open. Braun Strowman makes his re-debut tonight on Monday Night Raw. Braun Strowman comes out of an ambulance. He comes down to the ring after Samoa Joe chokes out Roman Reigns with a coquina clutch, and Samoa Joe ends up making Roman Reigns pass out to the coquina clutch, and that helped Samoa Joe pick up the win tonight over Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was distracted by Braun Strowman coming out of the ambulance, and that allowed Samoa Joe to lock in the coquina clutch on Roman Reigns for the win tonight on Monday Night Raw. And we found out that Roman Reigns will be facing Braun Strowman at Great Balls of Fire in an ambulance match. And then we had a Raw women's match. It didn't really go all that long. Nia Jax went over on Sasha Banks by disqualification tonight on Monday Night Raw. So guys, if you like this Monday Night Raw review, hit that thumbs up. If you like my YouTube channel, hit that red subscribe button. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow during SmackDown Live. You guys have a good night. We'll talk to you guys later.